Hello, Reverend Nigel, outside of Holy Trinity Church in Cleve, filming a short piece for Portishead Deanery on lessons from lockdown. This is being filmed on the 6th Sunday of Eastertide, and we've had something of an outside service, churchyard prayers. We've been holding churchyard prayers now for the best part of this year. Gathering outside for 10 minutes, and then the church stays open and there are prayer stations inside. So one of the lessons, one of two lessons in lockdown, coming out of lockdown, is about people. People need people. We need each other. We are the body of Christ, and it's very noticeable when we're not meeting together and not connecting. And so in lockdown, what were the ways we were connecting? Well, the obvious was online, Zoom, and also through here, parish films that went out onto YouTube and onto Facebook. But also posting things through people's letterboxes, cards, prayers, little gifts left on doorsteps. We wanted to encourage that sense of contact and community. What makes community? Well, it is those community relationships and contact. And the other way is Nikki and I, my wife Nikki and I, we set up a regular parish walk just for ourselves, but a recognised route that we would go on every afternoon and see people on that walk that we've made contact with, and just peering over gardens and commenting on gardens, just keeping that sense of contact going. The prayer lines were invaluable, over the phone, over the telephone, particularly for those who don't have internet. So all those ways of keeping that sense of belonging to the Christian worshipping community. But as you can see, this gathering outside, COVID safe, in the fresh air, was one special way that we were able to devise and develop to keep contact. And it shows us, teaches us, that we can be different. We can do church different, and it's still worship. It's really worship, and it's really gathering. It's real fellowship outside, but done as a result of the changes because of the pandemic. If the first lesson of lockdown for us is about people, about the quality of those relationships and nurturing, fostering those relationships, keeping them healthy, creative and compassionate ways of keeping them healthy. And the second lesson has been about place and the importance of the local, particularly getting outside into nature, and the comfort that that brings, the healing, the well-being that that brings, being out amongst the trees and the greenery, and listening to the birds singing, and being out in the elements. We've used this new churchyard at Holy Trinity as a quiet place, a reflective place, a place of prayer. And so we built a labyrinth, a prayer walk, which villagers have used, and encouraged them to hang coloured ribbons in the tree here as prayers, as blessings. And villagers, not just those who attended local church, have come and used this place as a special place, a prayerful place, a sacred space. And the holding of that sacred space and the creating of that sacred space has challenged us to become an eco-church. And so we're striving for the Bronze Award this year, and the formulation and the forming of those thoughts around becoming an eco-church have taken place out of lockdown. We've also used the church building, open to the public and full of prayer stations that have changed over the time. So people have been able to visit outside and go inside and use this space and place as sacred space. So we're thinking through the challenge the archbishops have set us: simpler, bolder, humbler, and how that might shape us as we come out of lockdown.